What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and as we all know, the Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Phoenix Suns last night by the final score, I believe, of 118 to 109, and that drops the Lakers' overall record to 30-33 on the season, and it's becoming a reality now that the Los Angeles Lakers most likely will not make the postseason. To some people, this is a shock because of the addition of LeBron James to the roster. Um, I'm also becoming aware of the fact that I might be perceived by some of my subscribers as a LeBron James hater, and I'm not. Um, what I tend to do with my videos, maybe sometimes I play devil's advocate. Um, Sometimes when I think the media is going overboard with hype, I try to be uh, the counterpoint, to all the media hype. I did that with Kobe. I'm doing that with LeBron James. I did that with Tom Brady. I still do it. Whenever I think of guys like just being like collectively sucked off by the media, and I think that the media also is not paying respect to the players of the past, and I think they're not taking things into historical perspective, and I think that they're not taking what the individual is doing with the proper perspective. That can be annoying, but when it comes to LeBron James, make no mistake about it, he still is an all-time great player. Right now, in my personal list, I have dropped LeBron James down to number 11. Okay. He's no longer in my top 10, but you know what I'm saying? That's really no shame. I mean, like in my top 10, it's Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Hakeem Olajuwon. Who do I have next? I dropped Oscar down a little bit. I have Kobe Bryant at number 8. I used to have Kobe in my top 10, but I've moved Kobe up because now I look at what he did in his career, and I look at what we're seeing now, and I can see that what he did then, when you take it into account, when you take into perspective what players are doing now, is phenomenal. But Kobe's number 8, Shaq's number 9, Tim Duncan's number 10. All right, that's my top 10. Now you can say, well, LeBron should be ahead of this guy, but it's not ridiculous to say that maybe Tim Duncan, legacy-wise, might have been better. But anyway, LeBron James is number 11 on my list. I don't think that's like shitting on him or whatever. Look, I'm not here to satisfy everybody. Everybody has their own opinion. If you can't accept my opinion, unfucking subscribe. Okay? Don't hang around and stay sub to me and just press dislike whenever you see my videos. That's some bitch ass shit. But LeBron James has already done enough to cement his greatness, okay? Basically what I'm getting at in this video, I'm trying to get to the point. Even if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 10, 15, 20 years from now, people are not going to be thinking about this season. Not one individual season where when he transitioned from the Eastern Conference to the Western Conference and he's playing against a group of players that he's not used to or accustomed to playing 4 or 5 times a year. Not trying to make excuses for him, but I've shitted on him enough. Now I got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, give him some slack. One thing I'll say about this season, I feel personally vindicated for something that I've been saying for years with LeBron James, which was a criticism, but not really his fault. It was the fact that I've always said, and other people said too, the Eastern Conference was always collectively weak compared to the Western Conference. I said in the video just yesterday, I don't really believe that Cleveland Cavaliers team that went to the NBA Finals last year was really much stronger than the Lakers team he has right now. Now, the Lakers team collectively is really young, but then again, after the trades, that Lakers team he was playing with was pretty young too. You know, the new guys. November 17th is National Take a Hike Day. So basically, what I've been saying is if you take a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers, the team he had last year, and you put them in the Western Conference, they would have not have won 50-something games. Now, if LeBron James didn't get injured and missed 17 or 18 games in the regular season, they probably would have won 45, 46 games or whatever, maybe. But 50-something? Nah. In the Western Conference, you can't just turn it on and off. You can't, we're playing against, the Hawks. Let's just go through the motions. The Knicks, let's just go through the motions. Can't do that in the Western Conference. Because as you can see, even a team like the Kings and the Suns, and the Kings are above 500 this year, they'll beat your ass if you slack on them. But, LeBron James is 34 years old. He has a lot of mileage on him. He's playing the NBA for 16 seasons now. He's on the downside of his career. Okay. Michael Jordan, I remember people were very critical of him when he was playing with the Wizards. The Wizards never made the playoffs when he was with those teams. I think both years they were 37 and 45. The second year they started off pretty good. Then they kind of receded down. If I remember the first year he was playing with the Wizards, they were in the playoff hunt, but then he had to shut it down because of his knee. And then they fell out of the playoff contention. That gets lost in memory. But nobody remembers those years. Nobody holds those years against Michael Jeffrey Jordan. People remember his Chicago Bulls years. With LeBron James, people are going to remember the 8 consecutive NBA final appearances, the 9 overall final appearances, 3 NBA championships. Maybe he should have won more. 4, regular season MVPs. I believe 3 NBA Finals MVPs. The man is, in my opinion, the second greatest small forward of all time. Some people have him as the greatest small forward of all time. And if you look at the cumulative totals, he has, edges over Bird. So I can see that argument, But the thing is, people aren't going to remember this individual season. They just aren't. They're not going to remember years from now that the Lakers didn't make the playoffs in 2019. Now, what they will remember years from now is if this continues. If his tenure with the Lakers, while he's still close to his prime, if the Lakers are not performing to expectations, if they're not getting big free agent signings, if LeBron James level play continues to decline, then people will maybe want to put a smudge on his record, his legacy. But then again, maybe not, because we got to remember that the last couple of years of Kobe Bryant's career, I think the last 3 years, he was not Kobe Bryant. He shot terrible from the field, of course, because of the injuries. And but in the grand scheme of things, people don't remember that. Nobody remembers Bob Cousy suiting up for the Sacramento, at the time, I think it was the Kansas City Omaha Kings. Or what is it, still the Cincinnati Royals? I think they might have been the Kings at the time. But nobody remembers Bob Cousy playing with them. You know? People remember these great players in their primes. We want to remember them at their apex. Not when they came out of retirement or when they were near the end or the closure of their careers.